Aloha, Sicilians! Welcome to episode 8 of This Night in Stars. For this week's episode, I had something really awesome planned. It's something I've been meaning to do for weeks. I just hadn't gotten around to it yet. But my computer software has glitched and my recording needs to be redone. I don't have the time to redo it now and still have it up by 1 p.m. Edmonton time on Monday. So I'm going to be reviewing something else this week, and we'll get to that mystery computer thing next week. So what I'm choosing to review is a book that was lent to me by a friend. It's called A Second Book of Naughty Children by Enid Blyton. Here it is here on the bed. This book was written, or published, I don't know, in 1947. Since it's called the second book, there of course is a first one. I have not read that one yet. I'm going to read it later. It's one of those books where if you read them out of order, it doesn't really matter. So, this book is comprised of 24 different short stories, all about bad children and the way that they were cured into becoming nicer. And I quite like all of them. I was looking through before shooting this, trying to decide what is my favorite story, and maybe I have Lily's favorite too, but I couldn't really come up with one. I really can't say what story is my favorite. I quite like all of the stories. Let's try to find some examples of a couple that do stand out as really good. Well, the first story in the book is called The Boy Who Broke His Promises. That one's kind of good. It's because it's pretty much a story of revenge. You promise to do thing A, and you don't. That's what the boy does. He promises A and doesn't do it. So his mom sends him to his aunt's house, and he says to the aunt, I promised thing A. And the aunt says, I promised thing B. The boy, of course, does not do thing A, so the aunt does not do thing B. So soon he is doing thing A, therefore the aunt does thing B, and he's all totally cured. That's pretty much the theme in all the books. Kid doesn't do something, kid goes somewhere, something bad happens because they do that thing, and now they don't do that thing anymore. What are some other ones that stand out as really good? Well, I liked the story. Maybe I found my favorite. It's called The Three Blue Sweets. It's a story about this boy who goes to school where there's 3 different bullies. One of them kicks you, one of them pinches you, and one of them something else that I am not recalling right now. So the boy, wondering what he can do about them, is talking to his friend, the balloon lady, and she gives him some sweets that, when he eats them, helps him do the bad thing to the bully, but without getting caught. And so the bullies stop bullying. Another one I liked is called The Three Lovely Presents. It's about these 3 children who live with their parents, and the dad goes away on vacation and promises to bring back some presents. Meanwhile, while he's gone, the mom is having the kids help with some housework, and only one kid does the jobs. The other kids always make up a reason why it's them who can't do the job. So when the dad comes back with the presents, he gives all of them to the kid that helped and nothing to the kid that didn't help. The quote from the story is, I promised to bring back the presents, but I didn't say who was going to have them. I'm not going to tell you about all the stories, but there is one more that I want to tell you about. It's just called Greedy Tom. It's about this guy named Tom who always takes the best of everything, the biggest present, the biggest little cake, the biggest whatever. He always takes the best of everything. So when the kids are having a party at school, they decide to prank him. His apples will be balls painted red, his orange will be hollow, and his big present will be empty. So then he learns his lesson to not take the biggest thing because he assumes, what if it's bad next time? Alright, so hopefully I didn't give away too much of any of the stories that I have chosen to tell you about. This is a very good collection that I would recommend you go to a library or a bookstore or something and check it out. The first one too, but I haven't read that one, so I can't really say for it. Maybe I'll review it after I've read it. Now, what I give this book is a little bit of a harder thing to do. I use Goodreads, and they rate things out of 5, and I've given this book 3. So part of me thinks if you double the rating system, then you would double the response. This makes me think that I give the book 6 out of 10. but honestly, I'm not fully sure. So we're just gonna use the Goodreads app for this one occasion, and say that I give the book 3 out of 5. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of This Man and Stars. I'm really sorry that the technology was glitchy, but I'll have that episode to you next week. Don't forget to like the video, share it with friends and family, comment down below things that I'm supposed to be reviewing, follow my Facebook and my Instagram. I've got description links or clickable channel art links. Subscribe if you're new, and aloha till next week.